All right, here goes. Number 4. If you're teaching something, you need a chalkboard. So I got a really cool chalkboard shirt. It's called Chalk Gear, and you can write stuff on it. Kind of neat. Anyway, so we're going to teach you guys the strings on the guitar. I don't think I did that yet. Maybe I did. I can't remember. Anyway, we're going to do it again for review. So here we go. I wrote them on my shirt, on the chalkboard. The top string here. All right, you got your biggest string closest to you. If you're a right-hander or a left-hander, it'll be on top. Is an E string. The next one down is A, and then D, and then G, and then B. All right, I'm trying to show you all of them. And then you have an E. The last little high string there is an E, but it's normally noted as a small E. You have an uppercase and lowercase. So write that down. So you remember it, because we're gonna learn the strings, and then we're gonna learn. I think I'm going to show you the different tunings. This is for standard tuning. When you tune your guitar, you're going to tune this top string to an E. You can do that two ways. You could do it with a little electronic tuner, or you can go to a keyboard, piano, go to the E note. You'll find which one, you know, one of the lower E notes. I think it's the third one up from the bottom, third or fourth. We'll find it. And you can tune it by listening. But I'm going to show you the tune it by listening way now. Yeah. But you have to have the first note, or you kind of have to. I mean, you can get it close and then tune all of it. If you get it close to an E and you can tune all of the strings to the top note, it'll sound all right, even if it's a little sharp or a little flat. That means. Well, we'll get to what that means. But anyway, because notes can be sharp or flat. So here we go. Let's say you get the piano, you get your first note or your tuner, and you want to tune the rest of them by ear. This is how you do it. All right, so you go to the top string, the E string. All right, and then you're going to put you're going to count the frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th fret, you're going to press down the E string, and you're going to press it. Let's see if you can see it there. You're going to press it without touching any other string. You're going to kind of press it on the tip of your finger. Because when you play a note, that's when you want to do it, right there, without this little pillow or the rest, you know, of your skin, of your finger, touching any other note. So you kind of got to curl your hands a bit. But anyway, so you press that 5th fret on the E string, okay? And that's going to give you the next note. That's going to give you the A, all right? They sound pretty similar, right? You play them together, make sure they sound okay. And I'm going to tune it up a little bit. And when you tune it up, all right, I'm going to show you here. When you have your strings, they all wrap around this way. They come around the peg, I'll show you in this top one, and around the top, okay? So if you tighten the string, so if I turn this away, I'm going to do it now, it's going to tune it up. If I tune it down towards me, it's going to bring it back down. Alright, so we found that the A string, when we press that first E string, the top string on the 5th fret, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we press that down, and then play the next string, the A string, not that string, the A string. The A one's a little bit flat, so I'm going to tune it just a little bit. Alright, and now they sound the same. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with the A string to the D string, because now the E is tuned, because you tuned it to a piano or a tuner, or you just guessed. So that's tuned, and you just tuned the A string to that one, to the E string. So that's tuned. And then you're going to go to the next one. So we're going to press down the A string on the 5th fret, and then we're going to play the next one down, the D string. That's pretty much perfect, because somebody did it earlier. That one's okay. And then Same thing again. We're going to move our finger one down, keeping it curled so you only hit that one, onto the next string, which is the D string. So now the D string's tuned, they're all tuned, and we're going to make the D string, we're going to make this one here, the G string, the fourth one down, we're going to tune it to the D. Play them together, they sound the same, then you're good. This is where it gets a little tricky, alright? Because the G string, it starts getting the higher notes, and then you get, I'm messing up my chalkboard. That's okay. Alright, so it gets a little tricky because when you get to the G string and you have all of them tuned up to G, when you press the G string, you're not going to press on the 5th, you're going to press it on the 4th fret. Okay? So you go to the 4th fret here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to press that down, and you're going to tune the B, because after the G is the B string, so they sound pretty similar. Alright? If it sounds lower, like here, if I put it lower, tuning it towards me, because on this way it's the other way around. Okay? Because if I put this one down, oh no, it's the same. Alright, I'm wrong. See, now it messed up my guitar. Now I have to tune it for real. Alright. I made it too high, so I'm going to bring the D string down. Alright, so that B string to be lowered, we're going to have to turn it up. So I'm going to tune it to myself. Oh, I was right. Anyway, you tune it this way, out. And when you play it different times, there's different notes. So this is the high one. That's the G string. And that's the B string. The B string sounds a little lower. So to tune it up to where it's got to be, we need to turn it up a little bit on this one here, because you have, just like we have E, A, D, G, B, E, you've got them here. E, A, D, G, B, E. Alright. So that one's okay. Now for the last string, you're tuning, the last string is the B, and you're going to tune it to the E. Alright? And for that, you're back to the 5th. Okay? So it's all the 5th except the G string, except this way top one. When you get to that one, the 4th one down, it's the 4th fret. Just remember, 4th string, 4th fret. When you're back to the next string, the 5th string, you're tuning the 6th, the high E, which is the little e, to the B. You're going to go back to the 5th. I think I just said that, but now we know it for sure. Those are pretty close. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Alright, there you go. So it works. And then do it again. Sometimes the strings will go out of tune, so you have to tune it a lot, but eventually it'll settle based on your room temperature and all that. The strings will settle down and they won't go out too much, but you still have to, you know, check it every time. I normally check it up before I start playing. So there you go. It was longer than 5 minutes, but anyway, hope it wasn't too complicated. But basically, just remember the 5th fret, 4th and the 4th and the 5th, and that tunes all of them to your first note. All right, thanks.